All right. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. We're just coming back from a short break, and I have joined with me Adam Escoto and Mary Patterson, both of the Morgan Hill Unified School District. Although they did not have any candidates run against them, I wanted to give them the platform and to be able to introduce themselves and talk a little bit about what they want to achieve in the next few years. So with that, I will go ahead and open it to Adam Escoto first.
Let me begin by thanking you, Brittany, and also the Morgan Hill Chamber of Commerce for providing me this opportunity to speak to our community. Again, my name is Adam Escoto. My wife and I have been residents of Morgan Hill for almost 35 years. Our son and 3 grandchildren have attended Morgan Hill schools. I was active and continue to be active with the schools, both at Sobrato, at PA Walsh. I was also a member of the school district's personnel commission for 8 years. 5 of those years, I was the chairperson. I volunteered and continue to volunteer with a number of community organizations here in town. And currently I'm a volunteer as a court-appointed special advocate for a young person who is in foster care. I've been active in public education for about 35 years as a district manager, coordinator, director, a site administrator, assistant principal, and I retired in 2010 as assistant superintendent for curriculum instruction and also assistant superintendent for special education. Right after my retirement, I continued to support brand new school principals as a coach and as a mentor in several school districts, including Morgan Hill Unified School District. When I was appointed in February 5th, 2019, I told the board at that time that I was interviewing with that I was bringing, I believe, a unique perspective to the board. Part of it was because of not only my professional experience, but also my personal experience. I grew up in foster homes. And as I shared with them, I can't even tell you how many there were. There were so many. But here's an interesting truth about that. They were all wonderful. And why were they wonderful? Because I constantly had healthy adults around me. That made the difference. And then made the difference not only in terms of my own development as a person, but also as a student and as a lifelong learner, and continue to learn. One of the reasons why I decided to seek the appointment and now seek the District 7 seat is that I believe that because of my experiences, I bring to the board a perspective, a lens, if you will, that complements each and every one of them. People ask me, what am I proud of most being on the board? And the answer is simple. I'm proud to be their colleague. Every one of those school board members are deeply committed and passionate, as I am, to serving kids, families, staff, all of our members of our school community. And it has been my honor to have been on the board with them for a little over a year now. So now that I'm looking forward to 4 more years, I'm looking forward to 4 more years to working with them collectively, and where our conversations are always going to be focused on what's best for kids, what's best for our students. And so having said that, I want to take the remaining few minutes that I have to address a couple of the issues that I know that are on a number of people's minds. Parents in particular. Parents, as diverse as they are, they all want 2 things, consistently 2 things. They want a strong academic program and they want a safe environment. In reference to our district's COVID response, We can't do any better than what we've done thus far with our superintendent, his leadership team, our school board, many members of the community from various segments of the community have all collaborated in making sure that we had, that we move forward in a responsible way, taking the lead from our county health officials. With regards to budget challenges, even, believe me, even before COVID, there was always budget challenges. Schools never have enough money. And despite that, we're able to hire the best possible teachers, the best possible administrators, and provide them the support that they need, as well as the support that students need. With regards to district reopening, we had a meeting just last night, and we decided that we will not reopen prior to the first week of January. And even then, we'll still have conversations to see whether or not it's appropriate to do so. With regards to SROs, we're having very, very long conversations about safety officers on campuses. And that conversation is going to continue. And I would hope that as community members, you would also be interested in participating in those conversations as well. Collaboration between the city and the school district, believe me, it's a unique situation. Not all schools, school districts and cities have the kind of collaborative effort that Morgan Hill has. It is uniquely effective. And I say that because I have participated in some of those conversations, and I've seen the dialogue between the city leaders and school leaders, and the kinds of issues that they addressed without any hesitation, thinking about what can we do together. So that collaboration is strong, and I'm hopeful it's going to continue strong. I'm just about out of time. Now, even though I'm not seeking your vote on a ballot, I am seeking your vote of confidence. Confidence that moving forward, that I and my colleagues are going to represent kids and families and their staff as best as we can. And again, all of our conversations are going to be centered on their well-being. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank the Chamber again one more time. And again, I would appreciate your interest and continue to be involved in our schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Now we'll turn it over to Mary.
Thank you, Brittany. I'm grateful to have been invited today. Thank you so much to the Morgan Hill Chamber of Commerce, your members, your board, and you, Brittany, the CEO, for this opportunity. My name is Mary Patterson. I'm a school board member for Trustee Area 6. I have served for 4 years. I'll be serving another 4 years. I'm also a longtime resident of the Los Paseos neighborhood of South San Jose. A little bit about me. My father grew up in a poor farming community in Western Arkansas, and he shipped off to Europe at age 18 to fight in World War II. He returned home to earn an engineering degree from the University of Arkansas, but eventually he chose a career in ministry. But he did return to military service as a chaplain in the United States Air Force and served for 20 more years. My mother was raised in upstate New York, a world away, really, by her father, a renowned physicist, and her mother, an activist in local politics and social causes. My mother built a career as an occupational therapist, and she served individuals with mental health needs. Between the two of them, my parents offered a broad and deep set of values to my brothers and me, and those values that I chose for myself, I hold them deeply, and they guide me today. And a sampling of those are these. Public service is vital and important work. Government institutions need to be strong and function as protective and strengthening for every citizen. Respect for self, respect for others, always and unequivocally. Humility. Understand that I know that I don't know what others facing in their lives, but strive to learn with an open heart. Admit when I am wrong and take responsibility. lend a hand whenever possible, and finally, love fiercely. These values impact how I perform my duties on the Morgan Hill Unified School Board of Education, and they guide my commitments that I make to you, our voters and constituents. So for an example, first, I am one of 7 school board members, and I believe that we work best if we work together with mutual respect, compassion, and minds that are open to understanding the needs and the assets of our students, their families, and our staff. I'm committed to governing with this in mind. Second, for children to thrive in school, we know from multiple research studies that the single most powerful factor in their success is their teacher. Kids need teachers who are first, well-trained, and second, who promote respect and enable positive and loving relationships to blossom in the classroom. We have tremendous educators in our district who are doing exactly this every day. My own children learning in MHUSD classrooms for the past 16 years have experienced this firsthand. And I am committed to ongoing recruitment, training, and retention of teachers who understand the importance of this very thing. And lastly, children live in communities. And I believe that every person, every institution, every business has a role to play in promoting the success of our students. We practice respect and compassion. We need to challenge ourselves to deeply understand the needs and the contributions of kids and families and take responsibility for our actions. And I believe in this way, communities can support kids to thrive. And I am committed to building connections with all organizations that want to commit to the health and well-being of our kids. I'll end up by making one more commitment. It is imperative that we as school board members act thoughtfully and strategically to guide the district to higher and higher levels of performance. Performance as an organization, as an employer, and as educators of every one of 8,000 students a day. While we wrestle with today's crisis of the coronavirus pandemic and the ongoing specter of racial injustice, we have to discipline ourselves also to stay focused on the long-term needs of our district. While we try desperately to find solutions to bring children back to campus safely and to eliminate barriers to success for children of color, we also have to stay vigilant about the long-term health of the district, its fiscal stability, the conditions of its facilities, its human resources, and its educational practices. I am in this role for now 8 years. My children are being educated here for 18 years. We have employees who have served 40 years. The district has existed for 117 years. This school district will have a long, long life. And I commit to govern with reason and compassion and respect and tackle today's problems relentlessly while preserving the district's health for the next 117 years and longer.
Thank you very much, Mary. And thank you, Adam and Mary, for joining us. We're going to go ahead and move on to our candidates for the Unified School District at this point, but thank you for letting us learn a little bit about you and looking forward to what you're going to accomplish in the years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Adam. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, everyone who's
My
out
pleasure.
there watching.
Good night, Mary.